not just simply be people who engage in meaningful conversation, but who also engage in meaningful action. So his words, I believe that the Martin Luther King quote that works best for now is that we've got to be not thermometers, but thermostats. We've got to set the tone and we've got to set the temperature in America, and we've got to set that temperature at a level that allows people to forge ahead in a constructive and meaningful way. So Martin Luther King is, what makes him so special is that he is a man for all ages. And as we celebrate his work and his life today, I hope people will celebrate his words and his actions.
What do you hope to hear, Mark, from President-elect Biden when he addresses the country at his inauguration on Wednesday?
I expect to hear a distinct move to change the tone of discourse coming from the presidency. We've had 4 years of division, finger pointing, 4 years of coarse language, 4 years of endless personal attacks coming from Donald Trump. People want to turn the page because I think what we'll also hear from Joe Biden is a seriousness about confronting COVID, the economy, racial justice, climate change, the issues that affect the way we live in this country. We've seen a 4-year sort of reality show. It's been about watching the show. I think the Biden administration is going to be about working to better life for people. It's going to be about the American people, not about the presidency and the president's whims or feelings or slights. So I think we'll see a definitive change in tone, and also I think a commitment to purpose, an understanding of the times that we're in, but the need for us to act. Joe Biden is an experienced president. He's got the kind of legislative experience we saw from a Lyndon Johnson. I think you're going to see a presidency determined to get off to a fast start with a strong speech, but also with definitive executive actions in the first 100 days that are really designed to change the direction of the nation.
You know, not only, Mark, did the COVID pandemic, in health terms, hit black communities and people of color harder than it did other communities, but in economic terms, we're seeing that it's hurt them more as well in terms of the economic shutdown, losing jobs, lower pay, etc. What do you want to see to turn that around on the other side when we start to see America, recover, so to speak?
So I always say that the economic pain has been shared by all Americans of all backgrounds and races, but the economic pain that black Americans and brown Americans have faced has been more severe. An unemployment rate that is now back in double digits. Small businesses which have closed at twice the rate. The pain is broad but much deeper in black and brown communities. What we need is economic intentionality. Not only a recognition of that, but to make, if you will, capital access a high priority in the new administration for black businesses. To ensure that extended unemployment benefits and workforce investment dollars and programs are targeted to communities where the unemployment rates and the economic pain is the highest. Those are urban communities and suburban and rural, but black and brown communities. So I think the most important word is targeted policies that are heavily focused on the areas where the pain is deepest. We've shared a number of ideas with the incoming Biden economic transition team, and it is my hope that they're going to embrace some of the ideas that the Urban League has long championed. This is about creating a tide that will lift all boats, and a tide that will also unstick the boats that are stuck at the bottom of the sea. We've got work to do in order to do that, and I think a broad, targeted investment plan, COVID relief plan, an economic recovery and infrastructure plan is what the nation needs. And we'll be working closely with the Biden administration and the Congress to ensure that it has the kind of targeted relief that will truly impact black and brown communities that have been disproportionately left behind.
Are you seeing the kind of inclusion, Mark, on Wall Street that you want to see? I know it's been a push, and a lot of big CEOs have talked a lot about boosting their diversity numbers. Are those words translating into action?
It's fair to say that there's been a renewed energy from a number of financial services CEOs. But it's also fair to say that the work ahead is so substantial because the diversity numbers have been tepid and they have been weak. The truth is that we will have to judge by results. So while I'm encouraged by the commitment and actions, I've had conversations with Jamie Dimon and Charlie Sharp and David Solomon, Brian Moynihan, just to name a few. Big business, financial services CEOs who are committed, but we're going to continue to push them on hiring, on creating business opportunities, on home ownership. Closing the economic divide is the issue for 21st century America. If we can close the economic divide, the benefits for all are going to be substantial. Wall Street's got to lead. Wall Street's got to demonstrate that its words of 2020 are going to translate into significant actions. And so we'll be pushing, offering ideas, but also working to hold all accountable.
All right. Mark, thanks so much. Mark Morial there, President and CEO of the National Urban League. From Berlin, I'm Matt Miller. Welcome to Bloomberg Markets. Checking on what's going on in finance in the financial world today. Remember that it's Martin Luther King Day, so it's a holiday in the U.S. No equities or bonds are trading. We do see futures down a little bit. S&P futures off almost 0.1%. You see even less action in the live markets. The Stocks Europe 600 is our broader benchmark here in Europe. It's really not moving much at all. Investors are waiting for more cues on the vaccine rollout and Joe Biden's stimulus plan. The dollar index is where it's at, really. A lot of talk about what the Fed is going to do with inflation, if it comes back, which way